All right!
Welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Berlino here. And, of course, as always, we have Crystal Durant.
Hello.
And we have Tommy Von Voigt. And it's merely 1968. Merely. Well, I was just telling these guys before we hit the little record button there that out of all this part of the 60s, this incredible late 60s era, 68 might be my least favorite. But I love 68. It's unbelievable. I just think if I had to rank the years, I would put 66, 67, 69 above it.
Yeah.
But,
well, you're wrong, and I'm about to prove why you're wrong.
As usual.
Tommy is going to prove us wrong, or me, us, all me and all my personalities.
Yes.
Because he's going to go first.
Indeed, I am.
Indeed.
So, let's see. I do have some honorable mentions for 1968. Using our magic word here at As It Should Be Studios, I would be remiss if I did not mention them.
Yes.
It's like the secret word on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Take a drink. Take a drink.
When they say remiss, drink ginger ale.
So my honorable mentions for 1968, songs I just had to make sure to mention. I just had to get them in there in some capacity. Grassroots with Midnight Confessions. The Bee Gees with Words.
Word.
The Moody Blues, Tuesday Afternoon.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, you better believe it.
You know. No.
And Simon & Garfunkel with America.
Oh. Oh my God.
Wow.
That I missed that one. It's not even on my. It's now on my runners up.
You now
that is
have
one
the
of my
opportunity
fucking
to put that
favorites.
in. Right?
That's top 3 Simon & Garfunkel song for me.
That song is just one of those knock me on my ass songs every time.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
So, you're very welcome.
well, thank both of you. Thank you for the song. Thank you for the air.
Yeah, there you go.
We're just knocking it out of the park here.
So, getting into my top 10. We're going to start it off with my top 10. My number 10 is going to be... It's a song I really, really dig. But I remember that we were watching a show...
Please continue. I'm going to...
That was... Oh, okay.
I'm going to do what I should have done.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah.
So you listen to Tom.
So we were watching a show that was doing a similar kind of ranking songs by year kind of thing. And the guys that were doing it kind of pissed me off because they were kind of just hating all over certain songs from like 67, 68, 69. And it became clear to me that they just had no knowledge of the bubblegum craze in the late 60s. No knowledge, no respect for it, no appreciation for it at all. They didn't know what the hell they were dealing with certain songs. They didn't understand the historical context of them. So my number 10 is going to be Simon Says by the 1910 Fruit Gum Company. And it's a special shout out to those guys who just don't seem to understand what bubblegum music is and was all about.
Well, perhaps you should educate us. What is it about?
Well, bubblegum music was like this...
Wait. This is a Tommy's Treatise.
This is a requested Tommy's Treatise.
Requested Tommy's Treatise. So this is a Tommy's Treatise I didn't actually plan for. This is an on-the-spot treatise. But bubblegum music, there was a craze in the late 60s with, I guess you could consider them, they're not novelty records, but they're very, very light, fluffy pop stuff. Ohio Express, those kind of records. And they were definitely marketed towards kids. But it was just brilliant. I guess you could have deemed it throwaway pop. But it's just such catchy stuff. Stuff like The Fun and Games, even stuff like Edison Lighthouse would have been considered bubblegum music. So this is one of those songs. 1910 Fruit Gum Company, they had a bunch of songs. Ohio Express had a bunch of songs. A lot of it's like the same like kind of studio guys in the background playing on these records.
Yeah. Castanets, cats.
Yeah, basically that kind of. Like the Archies, Sugar Sugar would be considered a bubblegum record. But it's also just brilliant late 60s pop stuff.
More hooks than a fisherman's hat.
Exactly, and this is an example of that. Simon Says by the 1910 Fruit Gum Company. It's about the children's game.
It is the children's game. It explains to you how it works.
how you play the game.
So you think they kind of were aiming this at younger kids?
I think they were definitely aiming at a younger audience. Right. But the guys that the reason why I put this on is because there's other people that were doing music lists by year, and it's like they didn't have any knowledge of what bubblegum was. They just came across some fluffy pop songs in these years and were like, well, this is nonsense. What's that doing on the charts next to the Beatles or whatever? It's like they didn't understand the context of it, the meaning of it. So 1910 Fruit Gum Company, Simon Says, my number 10. Number 9. Now we're about to get really real. The Bee Gees, I Started a Joke.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
I started a joke. We started the whole world laughing.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Right? So that's enough said about that one. Number 8. Tommy James and the Shondells, Moni Moni. So good. So
Not one of my favorite
good.
TJ
Not one
songs,
of
but
my
I love
favorites.
Tommy
Good.
James.
I'm going to
but
hit
I love
you-
Tommy James.
And I'm
hit you
sure
with
it'll
that
be,
banana
I'm
over
sure
there.
it'll be mentioned again.
Anybody want a
near
banana?
Future.
I don't know if you noticed, I have some back here in case anyone needs one. Yeah.
Number 7, The Monkees, Porpoise Song.
Oh,
Yes.
another one that
More Carol King
slipped through the
genius.
cracks for me.
Yeah.
How could that song slip
How
through the
could that-
cracks?
yeah.
How are you going to allow it that Tommy Von Voigt comes to the table
Picks
with
up
Porpoise
that
Song
ball, yeah.
and Dr. Paul Bortolino drops that?
Well, look. All right. I have a mono Birds, Bees, and the Monkeys here, autographed by Mickey Dolenz.
All right, I'll allow it.
So shut up.
But I'm still the one that brought up
He's
Porpoise
like,
Song.
so shut up.
Number 6. I did warn you they were going to be menacing these charts, and how the Bee Gees with "I've Got to Get a Message to You."
Oh yes. Now that is my favorite one.
Oh,
That is my
good.
favorite one from this period. From these guys.
damn.
Yeah.
You know,
My God, the Bee Gees were not playing any goddamn games.
No.
oh, have you ever? There's a great clip of them doing this in around '73 or something on Midnight Special.
So
It
good.
is so fucking
Really?
good.
You gotta
Oh,
see
it's
it,
so
man.
good. It's
You
just the
gotta
three of
see
them,
it.
just with an acoustic guitar
Car.
doing,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
so good.
All right. Number 5, Jay and the Americans, This Magic Moment. So good. Love it. Love it. Yes, exactly. High fives all the way around. Do you see what I'm working with here? Do you see what I deal with?
See, we all came together, and it was like a love fest for '67. We're parting
And
ways
now,
again.
The acid is worn off.
Yes.
And all
And
gloves.
now we've realized none of
Yes.
us like
We're-
each
we're-
other.
Yeah, you wait till next year when like the
Yeah. 67 was the episode of Love.
But see,
68 was The Hangover.
It makes sense that you would pick that song though, because it's so
Yeah.
doo-woppy and
it is a little kind of
It
old.
is.
It's
Well,
old
it
school,
totally,
yeah.
yeah.
But it was
So
a big
makes
hit.
sense. It was
It was a
good.
huge hit.
The fractions are going to get worse. I think next episode, Paul's got the Hells Angels running security for the episode, so it's going to get real dark.
You
It's gonna
better
be
watch
Altamont
yourself.
up
Yeah,
in here.
it's going to be
Better watch
Altamont
yourself.
up in here. Thank you for catching that.
I'm smart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Move on from this divisiveness, from this apparently not magic moment at all, and move on to number 4, the Beatles with Revolution.
No.
Now,
Yes.
not the version off of the White Album.
Of course
no,
not.
No.
We're talking
the
about
single.
we're talking
The
about the single
single.
version,
Yeah.
which is the good version. Of
There's
the
a
single.
difference, people.
Yeah,
There's
there
a
is.
difference.
I
Huge
like
difference.
both, but I prefer the single version.
Yes.
Yeah, single's better.
If-
I used to dislike the album version.
Well, I never disliked it. If all we had was the album version, I would be like, oh, this is still a good Beatles song. But when you compare it to the single,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's what the song can be.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And also goes to show just the Beatles themselves. Look at these two radically different. It wasn't even like somebody covered it and
Yeah.
did this radically different. The Beatles
It's just
themselves
them, yeah.
did these two. They couldn't be more different.
it couldn't be more
Yeah.
different. Yeah. There's just an urgency to the song. It's just. Number 3, Joe Cocker with A Little Help from My Friends.
Ooh, yeah.
And now,
Yeah.
we've talked before. We talked a week ago about covers for Aretha when she basically took that song from Otis.
Yep.
No knock against the Beatles version of the song, but I personally feel you're entitled to disagree. I feel like Joe Cocker took this song and just made it his own, and it became his song. His version of the song is just breathtaking.
Well, my thought on this is that I don't believe he took it and made it, and it's like now it's his song. I feel like it stands nicely just alongside the Beatles
Like it's a
one. Like the
different
Beatles one
song.
cannot be erased. Like it is just like a rock sitting right there. It's like a mountain. It's not going to move. But damn, man, Joe Cocker rose to the fucking occasion.
There's a mountain right next to it.
Yeah, it's right next to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can get with that.
I'm with
I can
him
get
on
with
that
that.
because
Yeah.
it's kind of like the same thing with his cover of The Letter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that one better.
Now,
That one's better. I
I
think.
do love the Cocker version better of The Letter because the arrangement and everything. But yeah, I digress. Go ahead, Tommy. Sorry.
Number 2. There are 2 versions of this next song. One of them from the early 70s by Carl Carlton, I believe. But this, in my personal opinion, which is the correct opinion, is the superior version of Everlasting Love by Love Affair. Oh my God, do I love this version of this song.
Open up your eyes.
Oh, yes.
You know what?
Yes.
I hate every single version of that song that has ever been recorded.
Really?
I hate
bananas. That song so much.
No bananas for you.
No bananas.
None. Not a single goddamn banana.
And the one I hate the most, of course, is the U2 version.
Oh.
What?
There is
right.
a U2 version of
That's
this.
not even on my radar.
Yeah, they
Fuck
did
outta
cover
here,
that.
come on.
It's terrible.
But I just hate the song.
No.
I like
This
the
is-
Carlton version better.
No, Everlasting. No, Love Affair. That's the version.
All right, you guys listen to both and then
Yes.
tell us what you think.
Love
But don't
Affair
listen to the
versus
U2
Carl
one.
Carlton, and forget about U2 because we
U2.
already know that that's not the winner.
Yeah.
And in the comments, explain why you feel that I'm right and Crystal's wrong. Anyway, so my number 1 for 1968. So I mentioned before in previous episodes where I like to do these charts and I like to know, like, I like it when certain songs hit me as like, oh dear God, obviously, like to the point where it's like, obviously this is my number 1 for the year. And there's been a few years, there's plenty of years coming up where like my number 1 was just plain as day. Because it's not just my favorite song from that year, it's like one of my favorite songs of all time.
Right.
And my number 1 for 1968 was one of those songs where it really honestly didn't matter what else showed up on the charts as I was looking through. Nothing was going to top this song. Just absolutely nothing. And that would be Tommy James and the Shondells with Crimson and Clover.
Wow.
You know what?
God damn.
All right.
Yeah, you cannot possibly be faulted.
You can't.
Not possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will hear no arguments to the contrary.
Well, that's one of those songs, like a lot of the stuff on my 67 list, where you're like, I should damn well be sick to death of
This
this.
song.
Should be.
But not.
Not.
It is a great track. Everything about that is great. And you know, well, let me tell you something about this track because Tommy's James's autobiography is fantastic, by the way. I don't know if did you read it?
No, not yet.
Well, about this song, he said that when he was working on this track and he recorded it and he did a rough mix of it, and he went to a radio station and went, oh, hey, I have an acetate of a rough mix of my new song. And they went, oh, let us play it on the air. And they played it, right? And he let them. Well, what he didn't know is that they secretly recorded it while they did it.
No.
And then when he left, well, no, they didn't play it. No, they just recorded it or whatever. Basically, somehow they stole a recording of it while he was in the studio and then started playing it. And everybody went crazy and was called requesting the song. And Tommy James had to release it that way. So the version that we've heard a million fucking times, that is a rough mix. He didn't even finish the track. He was like, well, this is what everybody knows, so this is going to have to be the record.
Well, not only that, but it gets even crazier.
So you know the story.
I didn't know that aspect of it, but I know one other thing about this version of it is that they needed to make it longer, and they didn't have any more song, so they just like looped.
Yeah.
But like you can hear where they looped it.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like the tempo changes or something. It's like
you can hear the edits. Yeah.
You can hear the edits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's a great song. That is a really great
But
song.
there you go. I mean, that that track is so great. That song is so great. All he had to do was just toss out a fucking rough mix, and we have an all-time classic.
It really is. That's just I have actually an original pressing of the LP, one from 1968, and it's in perfect condition. And like on like a rainy day, like I'll drop that and just lay there and let Crimson and Clover play and listen to the sound of the rain outside, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's just absolute bliss.
That whole album.
Yeah.
I work for the Father.
Yep. Oh,
Yep.
you have a copy of that record
Best
too?
Tommy James album.
You have that album too?
Oh God, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Excellent. Yeah.
I've had that record since your parents were virgins. Look who you're talking to.
Two
This is
over
true.
here.
This is
yeah,
true.
come on, son.
So that is 1968 according to moi.
We'll see you after this.
Red, I've lost my head about red. The bold, bright, red, you get when you use bold. Bold brightens reds with a colorful shower of blue, white, and green, brightening power. Red. I mean exactly what I said. Red, if you like red, you'll love bright red bold. I mean it's bold and so red.
1968.
She's bringing some roll.
Oh yeah.
Wait, this should be in the 1975
Yeah.
or 76.
We gotta
episode.
save it. We gotta save it and
But,
then
you
do
know.
it again for
Oh, my
75.
God.
All right. So it's 1968, and this is my top 10 list. Number 10, "Born to Be Wild" by Steppenwolf.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
And
did not see this coming.
I kind of there's some things I don't like about this song.
Like how overplayed it is.
Well, aside from that, the bridge, noodling,
Yeah.
not a fan. But the meat and potatoes of the song is really great. And a lot of people have said that this was the beginning of heavy metal.
Well, just 'cause they mention heavy
Because he
metal.
says heavy metal
Right,
in
Heavy
it,
Metal
you know.
Thunder, yeah.
Which, whatever. It could be any song. But that's my number 10. My number 9 is "Classical Gas"
Really?
by Mason Williams.
Really?
I love that song.
Wasn't seeing this one coming.
I'm the queen of instrumentals in this whole thing
I guess
here.
we're only just now kind of getting. I'm only just getting the whiff of this.
Yeah, I love it. It's so da-na-na-na-na. It's so corny, and when the horns come in and the string, it's great.
All right.
I love it. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, yeah, it's good. Yeah, bleh, it's great. Bleh. All right, number 8, and this was hard. "Sunshine of Your Love" by Cream,
Why was it hard?
because you know who.
Oh, right, of course,
Oh.
because we all hate Clapton.
Because
Clapton's an asshole.
Because he's an asshole. But this song,
It's a great song. Though.
so yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
if I'm gonna like any Clapton, it's gonna be
it's
Cream.
gonna be that, yeah. My number 7 is "Stoned Soul Picnic"
Oh.
That's a
by
fuck
Fifth
yes.
Dimension.
Yeah.
Love the Fifth Dimension.
And if you're not into the Fifth Dimension, if you only know the hits and you only know 3 of them, then listen to the Greatest Hits record. But you really need to listen to the albums that they put out, because the point that you made was very interesting, that they kind of ride this line between really fucking cool and really fucking square.
Right.
And they managed to like overlap on the cool side because of who they got their songs from.
Right.
The harmonies are amazing. The production is great. And they're really, really, really great. And this Nero song. Listen to her record and then listen to this cover.
But no, I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna. I'm what I was about to say. I'm going to save.
Go ahead.
That will be coming up later.
Oh, all right. My number 6 is "Theme from the Valley of the Dolls"
By Dionne
Warwick.
Oh, sorry, I stepped on your punk there.
That's
for a
all
second.
right. Yeah. Great. First of all, if you've never seen that movie, you have to watch that movie because it is a classic. It's a classic piece of crap. So bad.
Wait, I'm
Yeah.
confused. Which one did I see? Did I see the Valley of the Dolls or Beyond the Valley of the Dolls?
Oh,
You need to see both.
You need to see both, actually. But Beyond the Valley of the Dolls was with that crazy closet
Z-Man.
guy, Z-Man.
Oh, Z-Man. That's Beyond.
With the
Yes,
rock
is
band.
that
That's
the
the
one
one
you
I've
saw?
seen is Beyond.
That's
That
Yeah.
one is an
Yeah.
amazing
No, you need to
classic.
see
that's
the
crazy.
And the
first one.
soundtrack for that album.
Yeah.
For that movie. Do you have the
Is-
soundtrack?
No, I don't have the soundtrack.
You gotta.
Oh,
the soundtrack
man.
is great to Beyond. But this original one, this is the one with Patty Duke. Sparkle, Nearly Sparkle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so
Okay.
great. Yeah, But this theme song is really beautiful, and it sounds like Bacharach and David, and she's na 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 na. Ooh, it's so good. All right, my number 5 is "La La Means I Love You" by the Delphonics.
Yes.
I am so fucking with
And
you.
the lead
Oh,
singer of the
yeah.
Delphonics just died last week.
Oh, I didn't know this.
So you gotta listen to the Delphonics. So great, Twiggy. Yeah. Ooh, so good. My number 4 is "Tighten Up" by Archie Bell. My name is Archie Bell, and these here are the Drells.
Doesn't he say like I'm Archie? He goes I'm Archie
Archie
Bell and
Bell.
the Drells. It's like okay.
Okay.
Oh, I am Archie Bell and the Drells.
I'm Archie Bell and the Drells, and these here are the Drells.
I am Archie Bell and the Drells, and I'm the one who's doing the least shit in this song.
Yeah. It's such a soul classic.
Yeah.
So great. My number 3 song is, and this is a panty dropper.
Ooh.
Oof, I Wish It Would Rain by The Temptations.
Oh, that's a good one.
So great. Oh, bleh.
Yeah. I mean, Temptations.
Oh, we got 'em back.
they have this pretty bad habit of just dropping classics left and right.
Amazing songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
fart
it's
out
very
whatever.
careless of them, really.
And obviously one of Barry's favorites because they got really great songs. and really, so
Yeah,
good.
but it was deserved.
Yeah,
for them to get
I mean,
those
because
songs.
they were
Right.
worthy.
It was a
Definitely
match of
worthy
good
it.
song with good artists.
Yes.
Artists, yeah. Fantastic. My number 2 song is "This Guy's in Love with You" by Herb Alpert.
Really?
Yes.
Now, okay, I know you're not a Herb Alpert fan, but did you dislike that song?
Do you
Because
like-
that's not his usual
That's not-
thing.
Nah.
That's him singing.
Nah, it's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Tommy's wrong.
I love that one. I love that.
It's such a great song. All right.
No Herb Alpert for
No
Tommy.
Herb Alpert for Tommy.
I don't know. I need a minute to think on that one.
Okay. Think about it during the commercial break. My number 1 song is "Grazing in the Grass"
Oh.
by Hugh Masekela.
Oh, by Hugh Masekela.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes, yes. Not the other one, but the Hugh Masekela version. So great. And you made "Grazing in the Grass, can you dig it?" Yeah. Ooh, so good. That's my list. That's my top 10.
All right. Mm-hmm. And that is 1968, according
That is
to Crystal.
1968 according to me. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Escape! Come on over to Royal Crown Cola. It's a mad, 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 mad cola. RC, the one with the mad, mad taste. Better shake that cola drag. Check the one that's really mad. It's a mad, 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 mad cola. RC, the one with the mad, mad taste. RC.
Okay, my turn. See, this is what happens, man. You get to go first one year, and the next thing you find out you're last. You know, the glory days are over.
Last
All right,
and least.
and least. Well,
Zing.
let me tell you. All right, so my runners up for 1968.
Shut it down, Dr. B.
All righty, so get your counting fingers going.
I'm ready.
This isn't even a fraction of how many I had in 67. Not even a fraction, but I still have quite a few.
Okay.
Okay. Simon and Garfunkel, Mrs. Robinson, The Association, Everything That Touches You, Fifth Dimension, California Soul, Gary Puckett and the Union Jack, Over You,
Union
Gary
Gap.
Puckett and the Union Gap, Over You,
Jack.
The Vogues, Turn Around and Look at Me, which,
Ooh.
is that really on there? Okay, all right. Fever Tree, San Francisco Girls, The Turtles, Eleanor, The Monkees, Valerie, The Bee Gees, I've Got to Get a Message to You, Big Brother and the Holding Company, Piece of My Heart, Cream, White Room, Delphonics, La 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 Means I Love You, Tommy James, Crimson and Clover, New Colony 6, Things I'd Like to Say, Dionne Warwick, Do You Know the Way to San Jose, Young Rascals, A Beautiful Morning, and the song that it fucking breaks my heart that I could not fit on this list, Brooklyn Roads by Neil Diamond.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so how many runners up was that?
29.
Tommy doesn't count anymore. It's for the-
19.
I've given up.
19.
He's given up.
19.
That was
He lost
19.
me around 11 or 12. I was like, I don't even
He's
know
over
what's
counting. It's so 1966.
So fast.
happening. It really is.
Okay. So, my number 10 for 1968, Stone Soul Picnic. Fifth Dimension.
Yes.
You know, okay, so of course this is one of Fifth Dimension's many Laura Nyro covers because they did a number of Laura Nyro songs. And in some cases, actually in most cases, I love Laura Nyro, but in most cases I think the 5D versions
Best
are
of
better.
them. Yeah.
And this is another one of those songs that I think I heard for the first time on 80s oldies radio. I don't think I really ever heard this in the 70s.
Oh, I did.
When I was growing
It
up.
was
Yeah,
all
I don't
over
know.
the radio.
I mean, I would listen to the radio all the time as a kid, and I was very cognizant of what was on the radio, and old stuff would get thrown in there, so I would hear all kinds of 60s songs. Somehow that one didn't show up.
Guess
Or
they
I just
weren't
didn't pay attention.
on it in Napa, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number
Days by the Kinks.
Oh, yes.
Days. Oh, now this is one of my very favorite Kinks singles, up there with Waterloo Sunset. Now this is a song that should have been on Village Green Preservation Society. It's a single from around that time, but it's not on the album. And I know in the UK it was you didn't put singles on the albums. That just wasn't what you did. But this song, Days, should be the closing track on Village Green, I think. It's just it basically it sort of sums up what the whole album is about, really.
Yeah.
And it just perfectly and wistfully sums up the whole thing, and it's a gorgeous song. All right, so number 8. Number 8, Tin Soldier by Small Faces.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit! This okay
That
now.
is hot.
I've got a Paul's treatise on this practically. Not really, but I have plenty to say about it. So this actually came out in December '67, but that's why I'm putting it on my '68 list. But this is like proto Zeppelin, but with more ass-shaking swagger.
Yes.
Right? And it's like there's this incredible performance of this song on YouTube where they're doing it on some French TV show with P.P. Arnold.
Yes. Oh my god.
And you can see just how fucking short these guys are because P.P. Arnold is the tall person on the
towering over
stage,
them.
and P.P. Arnold's not tall.
No, she was not.
But yeah, go to the YouTubes where you currently are and look it up. And the backing track is actually the record, but they're singing live over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And but there's a moment when they do the breakdown, the bum, ba-dum, bum, da-da, and the way Marriott moves is
So
exactly how that fucking part makes me feel.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like he is doing this interpretive dance of exactly how I feel when that part comes up in that song, and it's just so fucking cool.
Do you know this song?
Oh,
Get on it. Get on it.
Oh, you don't even. Yeah, you would like this song. Number 7, this song. I'm gonna get some blank stares on this one. I'm gonna get blankness. This is a song called "You've Got to Be Loved" by the Montanas.
What?
Or
Huh?
Blank, blank, blankety blank. Okay.
blank.
Okay. Now, this is a relatively obscure one, at least here in the U.S. to U.S. audiences. Anybody in the U.K., you're going to know this because it was a bigger hit there. And I didn't really realize it was a U.S. single, and when I found out it was, it got on my list. Now, only reason I know this song. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm touching my hair. Okay. The only reason I know this song is because in the early 2000s, I bought this compilation CD. There was a series called Ripples, and they had several volumes of it, and it was mainly UK. It was a lot of hit singles, but that people mainly in the UK would know stuff that anybody would know in the UK, kind of like Stone Soul Picnic or something.
Yeah.
We hear like, huh, what?
Right.
So, and this was one of the songs on it, and it just, it's like, it's such an amazing track. It's sweet and sour. It's incredibly buoyant and bouncy sunshine pop with emotional modulations and a sad oboe riff over the top of it.
Oboe.
Yeah, this record is so completely of its time. It could only have been made in 1967. I mean, most of these songs, are kind of transcend time. This song is like,
time capsule.
This song was conceived, recorded, released in 1967, and it is so good.
But
anyway, go listen to it. Montana's "You've Got to Be Loved." All right.
But you said 67?
I'm 67. Did I say 68? I said 67,
said
but
it
I
was
meant
released,
68.
but it was on
it's
the chart.
the whole world is
okay.
in 67 to me. I'm talking 68. Well, you know what it is? I'm kind of reading notes and I accidentally wrote 67, but it's 68.
Okay.
Okay, so number 6. This one I'm going to get looks too, but they're not necessarily going to be blank ones. They're going to be possibly disapproving looks.
Okay.
Definitely from Crystal. Well, this is a song that was on my last list called "Light My Fire," but it is not by The Doors.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no, 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 no!
Wait.
Jose Feliciano.
Oh!
Jose Feliciano's version of "Light
Are
My
you
Fire."
fucking why is this
I
one your...
fucking love.
Oh my
I
God.
understand why I shouldn't and why everybody hates it. There's something about this version that I just love.
Are we able to veto anything off
I
of somebody
think our
else's
friendship
list?
is over.
I actually love
You
"Light My
wasted
Fire"
a top
by
10 entry on that song?
number 6.
That's number 6.
That's number 6, even above the Montanas.
You wasted your number 6 entry
Wow.
On
on
a
the
song that I love.
Jose Feliciano cover of
This
Light
is
My
very,
Fire.
very, very, very interesting.
This is weird, actually.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but this means you can no longer come at me for literally anything on the list going forward.
That negates
Until the
everything
80s.
now.
Honestly.
Until the 80s.
Wow. Really? Why? Can you get into it?
It's just, you know what? It's really, a lot of these come down to all the same thing. A lot of them. And it's that dreamy, ethereal element, and this track has that. I used to hate this too, but there was a moment where just like the vibe of it kind of hit me one day, and I was like, and it just transcended whether or not I should like this fucking song or not.
Okay.
You know? And I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
I also like Jose Feliciano, so.
Oh, no shade to him. I just... okay. I gotta listen to this again.
Yeah, I do think I'm probably alone. I probably am. There are probably two people who like this track. Me
And
and Jose Feliciano.
We can't even be entirely sure about him.
Yeah.
now.
Him, yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew it wasn't going to be smiled upon, but I didn't realize it was going to be that
Interesting.
egregious. But
Living
you guys,
alone.
let us know.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments. Okay, so number 5. Number 5 is possibly the greatest cover of all time.
Oh.
Possibly the greatest. Nobody has ever taken someone's song and so completely fucking made it to their own to the point of erasing the original. All Along the Watchtower by Jimi
Oh,
Hendrix.
yeah.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dylan who?
Yeah.
Well,
This-
Dylan even said, "That's not my song anymore."
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah, Dylan himself has got to be like, you know what? Here you
No, I
go.
believe he actually commented specifically on it. He said, "That's
Yeah.
Jimmy's song."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because it clearly was at that point.
yeah. I mean, it's just you can't even deny that.
No.
And actually, I think that's probably my favorite Hendrix track.
It's pretty
Period.
fantastic.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Number 4 is Stormy by Classics 4.
I love that song.
Yes. Do you like this song?
Which one is that again?
Oh,
Storm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that one.
I was gonna
That
say it's the one that goes bum 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 bum, but
Yeah.
that's every fucking Classics 4 song. You notice that every single one of them go bum 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 bum.
Yeah, they do.
But it's still a great song. Yeah, this track, Stormy, sounds like scratchy, faded, yellowing film to me. Just like
Yeah.
the sound of the recording.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's warm and ghostly, and it's basically sounds like the past. Truly, this is one of the
it
magic
is a
tracks.
really great song.
Okay, so number 3, Scarborough Fair by Simon and Garfunkel. Now, this is probably my favorite Simon and Garfunkel single. Now, this is from their 1966 album, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. So you would think it would be a 1966 single, but no, it was really just an album track that probably got some radio play at the time. This is on 1968 because it was included in The Graduate, and it came out as a single in 68 in the wake of The Graduate.
But, yeah. Yeah.
Parsley, Scarborough Fair is just,
So great.
yeah. Better than Sounds of Silence, better, I even love it more than The Boxer, and, yeah. But number two is Number Tuesday afternoon.
So good.
Yes. Tuesday
Yeah.
afternoon. Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a song that has that vibe that I was talking
Haunting.
about? Yeah, it's just, oh my God.
So beautiful.
Yeah, I don't even need to go on about this song.
Yeah.
Plus, it's already been spoken about, has it not?
Yes, it has.
Number 1. Okay, so it's 1968. Mm-hmm. Who could possibly be at number 1? It's 1968. Come on. It's, who could possibly be at number 1? You guys couldn't possibly guess.
The Beatles.
I'm gonna say something by the Bee Gees.
68.
68.
You're right. Spanky and Our Gang. With Like to Get to Know You.
What?
What?
I have 0 Beatles on my 1968 list, and Spanky and Our Gang, Like to Get to Know You, is number 1.
Okay.
I fucking love that song so much. I want to live inside that track. I want the air that I'm breathing to sound like that fucking song.
So you're like low key into it.
I like it. I'd like to get to know it.
I like it.
If I could. Yes, everything about the sound of it, the harmonies, the chord changes. Like, Spanky McFarlane is an underrated vocalist, a really nice, deep, warm voice, and it's my number 1 song of 1968. And no
I'm
Beatles.
Gobsmacked.
All right.
Because
quite frankly.
I am fucking sick to death of Hey Jude. Lady Madonna isn't that great. Revolution's great, but it's just not top 10 for me. And yeah,
Well, hey, man.
Spanky gets the trophy.
That's
Okay.
68, according to Dr. Paul.
All right.
All right.
Shrug.
Have you heard what's happened? Barbie's changed. Barbie's new and different. She's the very same size, but now she comes with a groovy outdoor look. And Barbie's lashes are really for real. And even her face has changed. Best of all, the biggest news of all is the way Barbie moves. The new Barbie twists. The new Barbie turns. Wouldn't you like the new Barbie?
But what do I do with my old Barbie?
What do? Here's what you do. Just take your old Barbie before it's too late and run to the toy store. Then trade it to the man with $1.50 less than half what you normally pay. And look what you get. New Barbie for less than half price. But better hurry up. First come, first serve. There's a limited supply at this special low price, so take your old Barbie and $1.50 and trade them for the Barbie who's new.
Trade in your old Barbie today, while you can still get the new Barbie for less than half price.
Okay, well, now it is time. The time that you all saved your joints for. I've already said that joke, but it's the late 60s, so I had to bring it back. I had to reintroduce it. The hate list, the songs that we like the least from 1968.
Yeah.
And
Here they
Tommy,
come.
give it. Bring it.
I have no dishonorable mentions because this one song just bore the brunt of it all, as far as I'm concerned. Tiny Tim with Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
I mean, do I really need to explain
No,
it?
you don't.
Moving on to Crystal.
You all know it. You all know
get it.
why.
You know it, you hate it.
Nobody's asking any questions. Nobody's.
I don't need anyone to comment on it
On that,
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our mail room will not be getting any letters, hate letters.
No.
No.
That's good. All right, I have some dishonorable mentions. The first one is Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Oh!
Oy.
As it should be.
As it should be. Another one I have is Judy in Disguise.
With glasses?
You
know what? I don't like that one.
I hate it so
I
much.
kind of like that song, actually.
It's not, I would
Yeah.
expect you to like that. That
Yeah.
sounds like a song you would
Yeah,
like.
it's
it
bubblegummy.
wouldn't be top 10. It wouldn't even be runner-up, but I do dig that song.
Yeah, I hate it. And that's done by John Fred and his Playboy Band.
Yep.
Good old John Fred.
Terrible. My my last runner-up is Simple Simon Says by the 1910 Fruit Gun Company.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I hate it. It's just
You're watching the ending of A Beautiful Friendship.
friendship. This is it. I just broke up with Paul, and now I'm breaking up with
Friendship's
Tommy.
crashing and
But
burning.
what
going down
you're
in
witnessing
flames.
here is payback, because Crystal has taken it left, right, and center
Yes.
in recent episodes, and now she's giving it back to
My
us.
eyes have been blackened multiple times from the beginning. I listen.
But Tommy wants to say this one's different because
Let me say, Tommy.
Because
Let
I'm
me.
special.
Okay.
Because I'm a very special boy.
special.
So it's different.
No.
That didn't work?
No.
Damn it.
That didn't work at all.
Oh, that was my A game, too.
Sorry.
Okay, well,
And my number one most hated song of 1968 is Yummy, Yummy, Yummy by the Ohio Express.
Wow,
Damn.
you came at my fucking bubblegum stuff
Pow
hard.
pow!
So
Wow.
you're not down with the bubblegum records.
Okay, here it comes.
Uh-oh.
It's a Crystal clarification.
ooh,
Okay, I completely understand what you've said about bubblegum as a genre. And I love the Banana Splits.
as you should.
know, as I should. I love, bubblegum, it's okay for me. But I would never put it on a top 10 list of things that I like. And because it was so horrifically overplayed on the radio all the fucking time when I was a kid, and it's one of these, it's an earworm as well. because I know on the way home I'm going to hear yummy, yummy, yummy in my head. It's already in there. Just from saying it, it's stuck in my head.
From Tommy mentioning these songs.
Right? I'm going to have to really like focus on some Ramones songs to clear all these cobwebs out.
Which is funny because they would have inevitably gotten around to covering Yummy
Exactly.
Yummy Yummy.
Well, I was going to say the Ramones are the better version
of that. And this is what I was getting to. Thank you for saying it before me.
Oh, sorry.
No. I'm just...
You're headed there.
Yeah, that's where I was headed. The Ramones would definitely do something like this. I mean, they did, Surfin' Bird and whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of falls in that genre. But it's too many hooks. It's too... I can't. I hate it.
All right.
Blech.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. And scene.
All right, well, I guess I better
Sorry, Tommy.
bring up mine here.
I'm going to have to do a couple of seances here later to resurrect.
I've got an entire parade before me that's now just been rained on by somebody. My parade is drenched.
Oh, but wait, I have some wet blankets to put on that parade.
Oh,
hey!
Goody, goody,
Hey-o! Ha!
goody, goody gumdrops.
Oh,
Okay.
I cracked myself
The
up.
astute listener knows that I just dropped another bubblegum record reference.
Yeah, we heard it. That's why I'm fanning, because it stinks so bad. Hey!
Oh!
Don't come for me without calling Bon Voight.
Oh.
I'm sorry, we don't do that here.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was good.
Okay. Well,
All right, Paul.
may I?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Well, I have a list. I have a list of 1968 least favorites here, and one I've spoken about before. And you may recall, first couple of videos we did together were songs. Like there was the songs we hate by bands we love, and songs we love by bands we hate.
Yes.
Well, this was on one of those videos, and it's D.W. Washburn by
Oh my God.
Did you ever listen to that?
Yes, I did. It's fucking
Horrible.
dreadful. It's horrible.
Horrible.
So horrible.
But this is just a runner-up. I have a bunch of.
Oof.
Honey by Bobby Goldsboro. Anything by Bobby Goldsboro. Bobby Goldsboro. His name's on it. It's
It's done,
okay.
honey.
And then we have Yummy 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 and Chewy Chewy by Ohio Express. And Simon Says and 1, 2, 3 Red Light by the 1910 Fruit Gum Company.
Wow.
You guys suck.
And yeah, I know.
Look, I'll give you the Ohio Express. I'll actually admit, I don't really care for the Ohio Express tracks. Joey Levine was the singer for all those records.
Oh, yeah.
He's also the one that did Life is a Rock with the Radio Rebel Me.
Oh yeah,
It's just really obnoxious crap.
that's probably on my hate list.
I do like some of the Fruit Gum Company stuff, and I do like some of the other stuff that falls into the bubblegum genre. I do. Yeah, Grooviest Girl in the World. I mean, I dig stuff like that.
Girl in the world.
And back to what Crystal said. I love the Banana Splits. They were supposed to be back there, but I forgot to put them up.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll see them next year.
It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just too old and cranky. That has a lot to do with it.
You know what? That's what it's down to.
I'm 14 years older than you are?
I am not cranky.
Yeah. That's what it's
And
down
you
to.
are not-
And we're too old for
And you
Simple
are
Simon
not
Says.
cranky.
No, it's
Yeah.
no, and I'm not cranky.
Yeah. So it's a generation gap. That is an official generation gap.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I get it.
Yeah. And because I had listened to these songs 89 million times growing
when
up.
they were new.
Right.
When they were new
Yeah.
and couldn't escape it, and all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Just like, ugh. Just like too much candy. Too much candy. My teeth hurt.
If I had to guess, this is going to be far from the last time a generation gap issue is going to arise on this show. When we started out in the 50s and moved into the early 60s, this was stuff where either none of us were born yet, or it would have been so young that it didn't even matter. But as we're moving into years where, like, for example, I wasn't born until 1978, so there's going to be songs that they're going to have a completely different feeling on than me. When we get to the 80s, I think it's going to get really divided.
Oh, definitely.
Particularly
Big time.
really divided.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down to just not being able to wrap my head around how you could think this way about this song and vice versa. It's just what's going to come down to.
Yeah, no, it's a generational thing, because I know a lot of the songs that I love so much from the 70s that are just like fucking family to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends who are old, like maybe 10 years older than I am. My friend Kenny, shout out to Kenny. He was in high school when those records were new, and he feels the way I feel about a lot of 80s songs. about those. Like, he thinks that's absolute crap, and to me, it's like,
You're never going to
And
get...
it's a generational thing.
You'll
It's a
never convince
generational
them
thing.
otherwise. Yeah.
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 So there we have it.
so there we go.
68. It's a divided year, and it's just going to get...
More divisive.
yeah.
And more great.
Yes. And great.
All right. Well, anyway, you know what to do. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and click the little bell. Comment. Tell us how much you love 1910 Fruit Company and Castanet's Cat Super Circus and Simple Simon Says and all that kind of shit.
Right.
And because some of you are going to like that stuff, let us know. And we're going to see you next year because it's going to be 1969.
Ooh, yeah. Next week, tune in.
Wow.
All right.
Sorry.
Bye-bye.
Bye.